What's up, everybody? Tag Daddy here, and we're at the Venetian. We're on the gondola, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Reid. Reid, it's always good to see you.
Yeah, man, always.
And last time I saw Reid was when Stone Guy, my brother, Casey, a bunch of new friends ended up showing up and going to tactical response fighting pistol class.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, it's probably a big blur to you at this point, but it was about 2 months ago, believe it or not. And I thought it'd be cool to get out here and just kind of shoot the shit about concepts, self-defense, maybe get into a little bit about what's going on in America and where our rights are kind of being messed with, as we always talk about.
Yeah, everybody's doing the shot thing. Everybody does our shot. Yeah. So that's fine. We're just hanging out with good dudes, man.
Check this place out real quick. It's pretty amazing. And I'll just get some beer real quick. Got a really nice gondola driver. But anyway, so we come out there and we do the training. We come out there and we do the training, and then you go home. And you go home with, without a doubt, a new mindset and this book. And that's really what you go home with, like physically.
Right.
It's all in your head, but physically you go home with a new book and you review those stories. I'm sure everybody goes home and probably reviews the lessons and gets it in your head. And what I came to realize was that as much as I thought I had it together, the important stuff to me, being concealed so no one would fucking see it, all the stuff that I was concentrating on, I realized was just like the first little layer of when you start to carry. You know, I'm a few years into it, but you guys took me just to a whole nother level in terms of thinking about it. Most of all, just the fact that bad shit happens. And no one talks about it anymore. It's on the news every day.
Right.
But then when it comes to, hey, I'm going to be prepared if shit happens to me, everyone acts like you're crazy.
Yeah, I like that. Well, you're right. I mean, it does it. A lot of people have that shift in attitude, like when they come to class about guns. And, you know, I'll be real, man. Like, a lot of people are scared to come to training, or maybe either scared. Some of them are scared or nervous because they don't want to look foolish in front of other people. But you know, another thing that you'll see is a lot of those guys don't have anything they can teach me. I've been in the sandbox. I've been a police officer. Hey, that's fine, man. Like, I get it. Like, hats off to you guys. I mean, veterans and police are, you know, some of my best friends and heroes. And you know, I'm a veteran. I was a police officer as well, so I get it. But that's really not what it's about. It's really about getting better. We can always improve, and there's always something that we can learn from going somewhere. But you're right. More and more people are getting into this, and a lot of people are going out and buying guns. It is a God-given right. The Second Amendment is God-given. You don't need a human being's permission to have it at all. And if you do have that equipment, it's a really good idea to know how to use that equipment, and most importantly, not only how to, but when to.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm glad you got that out of it, and I know that you've really talked about it a lot since then.
It had a huge impact on me and everybody, and my brother as well. We talked about it several times offline and everything as well, and it has a huge impact on you. It was awesome. At the same time, it was really. There's no other way to explain this aspect of it. So here I am, you know, again, dad, a father of 2. I do my thing. I've got my jobs. I've got the Tag Daddy thing going. I do some training. But you get to go and hang out with real world guys like Reid, like James, like Biggers, Tim. You bring all of that, and they're eager to give you all their knowledge. You guys are so giving there that there's no way that anyone, you know, goes through the whole experience and thinks to themselves, "Wow, I didn't learn anything from that." And it's great that I heard you guys all mention at some point during the class how you continue to go to other classes. This is not just, hey, we've got it and we've got it dialed and we're never going to, you know, change. You consistently made changes to what you guys are doing, correct?
Yeah, we always do. And like, here's the thing. I mean, you're all students. I mean, you know, there's just a lot of mentality at certain places, man. They'll say, well, the instructors are up here and the students are down here, and you're just privileged to be in their company. And we don't look at it that way. You know, we look at it like our students are our peers because we may rely on them one day. You know, and we want as many good people out there that are doing the Lord's work, man. And you know, so I mean, I look at it as far as we really want to give experience, and you know, my tagline is the lessons we learned are written on the tombstones of others. Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, we either learn a lesson by either getting lucky, or by people having to sacrifice their life. And I don't want anybody to die. I don't want any good people to die. I want you guys to live. And so let's get that ego stuff aside and put that away. And
agreed.
You know, and let's all, you know, just kind of learn from one another and take what you want. And
well, I think the other thing that was cool, and we talked about this before, but just to point out, because you obviously see it every day. 17-year-old girl, farmer, accountant, we had a plastic surgeon from that. I mean, it's everybody, and that's what I thought was cool, because I think a lot of people's mindsets are that it's going to be a bunch of tactical dudes.
No.
It's going to be a bunch of hunters. It's going to be a bunch of guys with way more trigger time than I've ever had, and all that kind of stuff. But I also realized that I've had enough training that the nervous factor that you have when you start training, that's gone for me now. Because other people were talking about it, and it dawned on me. I was like, dude, I don't think about it anymore. You guys give me the drill, and I perform the drill. I don't think about the guy next to me, or is Reid watching over my shoulder. I don't think about any of that stuff anymore. So that's kind of cool.
well, I always tell people this. I say, you know, you all came here for a reason. You took that hurdle, that mental hurdle, and the financial hurdle, and you actually made the effort to come to class. And so it's obviously important to you. You want to get something out of it. And did you leave better than when you got here? And that's really the goal. And as long as you say yes, it doesn't matter what the other people are doing in the class. And you know, the cool thing about gun people, guys, and like one thing that you'll notice about people that are into firearms and stuff, is that they really want to help each other, and they really want you to get better. The people that come to our school that are all tacked out and want to jump out of cars with their hair on fire and, you know, shoot 15 million rounds a second and all that stuff, nobody likes those guys. I don't. Nobody that I train with does. And you know, so you know, if that's your thing, I'm not busting on you. I mean, I'm glad that you're shooting your gun. But here's the thing: like most gun people that I know, and most people that are into training, they really want to help each other out, and they really want to do it well. And you know, we had dinner last night with a bunch of cool people, and
that was fun stuff.
And I've always been big on coming together rather than sundering apart.
Well, and that's, once again, for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about in terms of what goes on when you go over there for the weekend. It's not you go and you do your training and then 5 o'clock comes and everyone scatters. You go to your hotel. No, it's, hey, we're all going out to dinner. Here's where we're going. And an hour later, boom, everybody's there. Made some great new friends there, and obviously reinforced some bonds while we were there. So tell me what's up next in terms of, I want to do force on force. I want to get into some of that stuff. What do you recommend? I want to do fighting rifle as well.
Oh, okay.
So I want to do rifle. I want to do the force on force because that one sounds really like, in terms of adrenaline factor. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like the one that would be cool. But I want to get more proficient with my rifle as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, the chances are, you know, and I mean, statistics always a statistic until it, you know, it doesn't happen to you, right? So,
right.
Well, I mean, it's important to know both. You know, pistol is important, and you know, fighting pistol, the force on force stuff we do is important. But let's be real, home defense, probably want a long gun, man. Rifle or a shotgun, and you know, those are important. So being able to learn both of those it's important. I think force on force is great. If I could say 3 classes that people need, you need a good pistol class. How to use it and when to use it. You need a good medical class because you know how to cause trauma, so let's learn how to treat it. And you know, the third thing you'll need is probably some force on force, you know, scenario-based training. And I think, you know, those 3 put together are very, very powerful.
You know, I'm at the point in the medical one where I've got the pack at the range, I got the pack at everything, but I'm still the guy that's going to throw the pack to the guy that knows how to use it.
Okay.
I know the basics. So I think after this SHOT Show, we were talking to a couple companies earlier about getting some new life packs and that kind of stuff. So the equipment's not going to be an issue anymore.
Right. Yeah, you got to know how to do it, man. We've had a lot more students save people's lives than take people's lives. So you know, that stuff's very important. And really, if all you know is the shooting stuff, you're only knowing half of being a warrior. You know, warriors are not designed to kill; they're designed to save. They're designed to preserve life rather than take it. Right. Sometimes it's necessary to take a life to preserve innocent life. But you know, if you're only getting half that scenario, if you're the guy that's got a pistol and 5 magazines on you and no medical kit, you're as wrong as dick cancer. So. You know, so we need to know how to fix people when people are hurt in car wrecks, and you know, who knows? I mean, it's very important. My medical kit's right here all the time.
Really, you carry one full time?
Yeah, full time. That's why I wear cargo pants, and I know it's not trendy and sporty, but I'm not a stockbroker, so I can get away with wearing this stuff.
Right on. Well, listen. Dude, appreciate the time as always.
Thank you.
It's great to be with you. You've inspired me in a couple ways personally as well. I mean, I've gotten a little bit more into the history thing, and when I went to Gettysburg, I was thinking about you the whole time.
Thank you.
I was looking at tombstones, reading these messages, and I kept seeing you in my head. I was like, dude, Reid, this is exactly what he's talking about.
There's a
over and over and over again.
There's a powerful energy on that battlefield, and if you've ever been there, you'll feel it. It's
100%. As soon as you pull up, I literally, my video from there, if you check it out, I pull up, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, I just got a really weird sense, and I kind of talk about it for a second. So
a moment of magnitude.
Yeah. Well, we're done. Thanks for tuning in as always. We'll see you on the next live show. And from SHOT 2015, Reid Henrichs, Tactical Response. We'll see you next time. Peace.